So now that I have a solid why for creating a YouTube channel, and if you're interested in that video, feel free to check it out here. I feel ready to move into what should the YouTube channel be about. And this is definitely a big question, and one that could take me in many, many different directions. Do I create a channel that's comedy focused, educational focused, lifestyle? There's 1,000 different ways I could take it, and I really didn't know where to start. But Ali Abdaal gave me a few really helpful questions to ask and guide me at least for a start here, because I would imagine in 6 months' time, year time, I might be making very different videos, but at least it gives me a starting place that I feel good about. So let's jump into it. The first question he encourages asking is, what are you good at? And so for me, this is a really important question because ideally it doesn't make sense to start from square one when you're deciding what you can make your channel about. You might have different strengths and assets, and it makes the most sense to try and use them in your YouTube videos, or your business ideas. So for myself, I think some of my strengths include I am a clinical counselor, so that means I've studied psychology for a long time. I'm good at building relationships, good at listening, and know a lot about humans. So that's one thing I'm good at. I have a background in philosophy, and so I think I have fair writing skills and reading skills and organizing skills. So that's something I had to do a lot of in my philosophy background. The second question Ali Abdaal asked was, what interests you? So I think this is an important question because if you're sticking with something, a personal project, and plan to stick with it for a while, it better be something that you're passionate about and interested in. Otherwise, you're gonna get bored somewhere along the way and not really want to do it anymore. And some things that interest me, definitely psychology again, really interested in understanding psychology. I have interests in film and movies and fictional stories as well as real life stories. Again, trying to learn from them and grow. So there's definitely a theme of personal development here. Interested in soccer and being outdoors. As you can tell right now, I'm on top of a hill. And the third question he asks is, what do people value? So this is, I think, important to ask because no one's gonna watch videos that they don't care about or that they're not in some way getting value from. So and I also don't want to create a channel with videos that don't reach anybody or don't have the potential to make any money either. So something that people value that overlaps with my interests of psychology and my strength of psychology I think people want to learn about themselves and understand themselves better. I think, like me, they want to grow and become better versions of themselves. So again, on that personal development there. And I think they want to make connections with people and feel like they're learning from someone they can relate to a little bit. So that brings up a bunch of different ideas that I can run with. And one, just to give an example here, would be it could have a channel that focuses on videos where I explain different psychological concepts that I find interesting and helpful to myself and to others. And that's something that leans on my strength. Again, being a clinical counselor, leans on my interests in psychology and helping people. And it also blends with something that's generally valuable, where people want to better understand themselves and grow as people and become better versions of themselves. So I hope that gives a bit of an idea on where you could possibly start with either a business idea or starting a YouTube channel like myself. I feel like it has given me a starting place. And like I said at the beginning, I'm sure I'm going to end up in a different spot later on down the road as I learn and continue to get feedback. But I'm happy to have a starting place, and we just go from there. So thanks for watching today, and if you're interested, make sure to tune in next week where I'll update on my weekly reflections there. Okay, have a good day. Bye.